All right, everybody, welcome to DPC Winter 21 League Western European region presented by DreamLeague. We got Tundra Esports and Nigma. I'm Ryan Anigans, joined by c2a4z, and we're going to bring you the cast.
Kicked it off here with some pretty typical bans for this region. Bat, Wisp, Coddle, Earthshaker getting picked by a lot of teams these days in that first phase, so that unfortunately lets the puck through, though. Character who's defined the mid lane pretty aggressively this DPC, so
Yeah, and Earthshaker ban, something that wasn't popular at the beginning of the DPC, but has definitely been more popular as the season has progressed.
yeah, and that character has been kind of forcing a lot of teams into playing Clockwork against it because its control over the off lane is just way too high if you don't.
Hmm
And I just think teams are kind of wanting to stray away from that
And I
kind of
think
more forced gameplay too.
I think people just started realizing how good the Ag Shard is on Earthshaker, so yeah. Then we have Nynx picked up, which is a usually common response to Puck, if it's not already banned, but pretty
Yeah,
high
pretty common.
profile
Yep.
characters getting through this game.
So, they banned the Earthshaker and the Wisp, allowing the Puck and the Nyx through. It's a nice Shadow Shaman pickup. Another really versatile support. Kind of enabling a push strat if they need to. Really has good map presence. We get our full off lane here from Nigma picking the Beastmaster.
Yeah, looks like Tundra could possibly set themselves up to have a good safe lane here, because we're pretty much going to assume that this is 3 and 4 here, although Nynx can sometimes 5, but not usually. Far more popular in the 4.
Yeah, I would think it would be more likely that this Beastmaster would go mid than this Nyx would be anywhere but the 4 role. But
Yeah. I don't know if that's
do
in
not.
Weeha's hero pool,
Yeah.
because he's
No.
probably got a smaller one. It's an odd one, but it's small.
Yeah, and I mean, you don't really want to run that into a puck either. It's not exactly going to be a fun time. So
No.
we'll see what they come up with here. Moving into another pretty typical ban phase, likely going to see a pretty good chunk of carries get banned here. Seems like it's been the norm of the DPC in this second phase. Maybe going to see like a Lycan ban, so Tundra doesn't run it. It's also pretty good on Nigma. Probably see your Terrorblade-esque bans here as well.
Yeah, I know Nigma really likes playing the PL. So might come out.
That Earthshaker ban early too kind of sets up PL to have an okay game if you want.
Tundra might just take that out right here.
Honestly, Tundra should consider playing it, right?
Yeah, it's already got the
You
Earthshaker banned out. Yeah.
you got the Earthshaker banned out. You know this Beastmaster is going to be in your lane, so you're not too worried about like a Tide Hunter or something else of that ilk that's going to really hurt the PL.
hmm
But here we are, just moving down the carry bans.
Definitely. See some other possible carry bans. Could look like Troll. Could look like Jug. Troll, Jug, been popular. Ursa's been popular.
Yeah, I definitely like, you know, any of those guys getting banned out. They all sync really well into pretty much any lineup. Um, and Jug obviously working great with the Shadow Shaman could probably punish the Beastmaster a little bit.
CM ban.
Yeah, that's an interesting one, given they already have a Shadow Shaman who typically plays that 5 role. See if the Ross is going to go into the 4 role or not, but kind of surprised those two characters kind of fill the same game state, minus the push ability that you get from the Rasta later.
Yeah, Rasta trades team fight or trades team fight for push. CM, you're getting a little more team fight. I really think they'd be smart to take this PL out. I guess they think they have answers for it with the Shadow Shaman in the puck.
Yeah, I mean, you still have open for your off lane entirely, right? So if they pick a PL, you can grab a Tide Hunter. Like, none of the things outside of Earthshaker that PL is annoyed with. Like, you still have Underlord, you still have Tide Hunter, you still have a handful of things, which is why I think it's PL is more scary if I'm in Nigma situation, because you already have your off lane locked down. So
Troll goes out. Expected that if it was going to
yeah,
be carry bans. They just ban out 3 carries, you know.
and nothing really much to think about with that one. It's kind of the normal middle phase, and they already have their mid too, so not worried about getting counter banned here.
I wonder if they stick to carry bans here because they went with a carry ban, then they went with a support ban. I mean, do they just maybe ban out an offlaner, just to keep a good balance of what they're banning out? I don't know.
Yeah, hard to say. Honestly, if I was Tundra, I would have liked to see like a DK ban there at the end. Um, Something that is generally pretty decent against Puck. And Lano, and there goes the Lycan. Snap into an Enchantress, so there you have your 5.
It's a big push. Minions and push uh coming out from Nigma. Could
You know,
see.
what that Enchantress is signaling is that they really just want to win. Like, they probably know that Beast and Nyx are going to have not the greatest of times since it's open right now. They want to signal that they're going to win this safe lane with this pick. Enchantress pretty much is a lane winner at all times. It's really hard to get ahead into an Enchantress. There's the PA. Don't
Something that
necessarily.
builds Battle Fury to maybe take out some of this creep army that's going to be coming in.
Yeah, but a hero who's not really good into enchant slow, into the beast slows, doesn't fare well against Nyx because of the shell. Does get kind of wrecked by Beastmaster stun. Not a huge fan of PA, I think, in this situation. They could have won PL very freely. I mean, look at this lineup. There's nothing there to stop PL from just running this game over.
Yeah. Interesting about Nigma is that they do run the Void Spirit as a 5. So it's not sold that it's the mid here, but
It pretty much
could
has to be with Enchantress and Nyx, though, right?
possibly. I mean,
Could be the off laner, too, I suppose, if they want to run Beast mid, but I think Void has an okay time with Puck.
yeah,
Should trade relatively even, I guess.
offlane Pangolier. Just they're probably anticipating somebody coming out in this last pick doing a lot of right click damage and that disarm passive, as well as just being hard to kill in the offlane, as well as block a block pick against the PA because Pangolier, I feel like in lane as well as just in the game as well, is a pretty good counter to PA.
Yeah, but they really need their carry on Nigma.
Yeah, and yeah,
Does Tundra run Puck in the 5 role ever?
I don't know, but I know they've had to at least try it. You're an upper bracket team in the Western European region. You've had to
Right.
at least
I
tried
mean,
it out.
Secret does it pretty often. So
Yeah, but Puppy's a
you know,
different breed.
absolutely.
They
Which is
ban
why
out
I
the
asked the
Grimstroke
question.
mid. They ban it out right here. So
Or the Grimstroke offlane support too.
yeah, I think Tundra has only ever played Grimstroke in the mid lane. It's kind of a specialty pick on 9.
I mean, this puck potentially being the 5 kind of makes your bans and picks here a little careful, because if they just throw something into you, like, all of a sudden they're running a different mid who's really good into void, you might struggle.
They're just the Tundra lineup to me could just like lose two people at the start of an engagement, and then they don't want to take a team fight. So this last pick is it's gonna have to be something that's a support. It's kind of a little bit more tanky. It'd be something like an Earth Spirit or something along those lines. And they're just really banning out other mids to force this puck to go mid.
I think it's a really good call from Kuro, because like Kunkka and Grim can really just cause this Void Spirit to be way more behind than you want him to be.
Like Tundra's
And
gonna
what you don't
have to sell me on this last pick here to really make me believe in their draft. This is
Yeah,
gonna
what you
have to be
don't want
something
to
that's
do
great.
with this Tundra lineup is ever be playing from behind, right? Like, this PA needs to be playing from ahead, and so does this Pango, to be effective in the game. Let me go with the Darkseer. Interesting pick. I don't think it's exactly great into the Nigma lineup.
It helps with the team fighting a little bit. Like I was saying, I don't really see their team fight coming together too well. Darkseer builds up just a bunch of auras and really buffs up PA with move speed and the Ion Shell. So, but I do
So
like
is this going to be
Nigma.
a Pango support, or is this going to be a Puck support?
It could be puck support.
Then is that Pango running mid then?
Possibly a Pango mid. But I mean, Pango support isn't that weird either. Oh, Pango and Darkseer in the offlane is a strong offlane.
Right.
Yeah, I
That's
think
the
that's what
question.
we're gonna see. Razor, Razor coming out. It's a carry Void Spirit. That is definitely interesting. I think we have seen Miracle play this before.
Yeah, and that thought came to mind as I was commenting on Puck potentially rolling into support, that that Miracle has played Void Spirit.
Oh, and we
Um,
called it. We actually called it. The puck is a support, and it is a mid Pangolier.
yep. So they
Wow.
picked this. They made the right read, right, and they picked this Razor to go into the Pango. It's gonna have a lot less fun in that mid lane.
I don't really like this Razor last pick. I think I'm taking Tundra in game one. Their
Ooh.
lineup just tells I see win conditions that aren't like running them over. Nigma's gonna have to just run them over.
I actually like this Razor pick quite a lot, with the foresight of the Pango being the mid. I think that Nigma is going to run them over in this game. It's going to be a relatively quick one, fortunately, here.
Well, it looks like we
We'll
got our
say.
game stage is set here for game number one. I mean, it looks like it's going to be exciting. The lineups look exciting. It's PA does like to farm, but she can also fight early. We don't have one of these characters. It's not going to be a passive game by any means. I think we could see, uh, at the 15-minute mark, at least a kill per minute in the game. So
Yeah, if Nigma's looking to win, they're going to need to be playing with that tempo, right? Because they don't have an answer to this PA like very very late. You're going to get the primal roar on her, but other than that, she's going to be a problem to deal with.
seeing similar smoke movements here. Could be a clash in the mid. This just would be so fitting. This would be so exciting for this. It looks like they're just going to get vision out. They did see it come out up here on this high ground. And it looks like Tundra is actually going to take an aggressive position here. And they like their early fight. They're just going to back off. Maybe trying to get
Just
some
immediately
information
back
about
off when they
lanes.
realize it's the full squad.
Yeah. And is this a miracle mid? It is. Okay, so it's the carry Razor. The miracle mid. I like that better.
I think Razor lines up really well into Pango, though. I don't know what the concern was there.
Maybe they just want a little bit more secured farm for the Razor.
Yeah, potentially. Be interesting to see how Miracle does up in mid against normal
Shadow
mid
Shaman.
player here.
Gonna try to get some right clicks off right here.
Might get crunched down by Kuroki pretty good here. He's gonna take a decent chunk of damage. Immediately turns around.
He's got boots first. Shadow Shaman does. He don't care. It's definitely more of an interesting mid matchup that we've seen so far.
Yeah, we have a carry player playing on a normalized mid hero. We have a mid player playing on an off lane hero. So be quite interesting. Not really sure how Pango and Void match up. I don't think we've seen this one pretty much ever. So down in the bot lane, we're gonna have a lot of work getting done by Fada if Skyder's looking to farm pretty much ever. This Beastmaster and Nyx very, very aggro intensive. On top lane, we got 33 just doing some pulls, typical Darkseer stuff. Miracle getting a little bit of a decent lead here into the Pango. Gonna do some dueling here. We'll see if Pango can close this out. I don't think he'll be able to.
Yeah, 9 got blocked up by the creeps right there. Was probably Miracle's saving grace, honestly.
Miracle did pop. Did pop both a bottle charge.
Oh, and the Remnant catches 9. He was not expecting that. And we did catch first blood this game, so hey, we're on it.
They were having a TP top.
What do you think we're going to see? Well, I guess we have it already queued up what Weeha's build is going to be here.
Yeah, pretty much just needs to get to BKB. Needs to be able to have that in effect so Rasta can't stop him, so Puck can't stop him. Really important as a Razor pretty much in every game to have BKB relatively early.
Definitely a tempo carry that gets his timing extended by his BKB timing, so yeah.
It looks like, for the most part, our farm's staying relatively equalized here. A little bit of a lead for Nigma, but not much.
Which Tundra is okay with.
Mostly due to first blood.
They're gonna farm faster on Tundra, I feel like.
Yeah, as the game progresses, kind of eases open their farming. Said PA not exactly having a fun time down here into 2 boars.
Yeah, no. Constantly regenning.
Miracle here, hitting level 6, able to get a full regen off. Gonna dive in. Immediate reaction out of the Pango to get the roll, though. Miracle might be in some trouble here. Pango has another.
They're trading
Does
kills
get
here
the
in mid
does get
lane.
the lucky shot proc to get the kill.
Yeah.
Miracle just getting a little too aggressive.
He's
Can they
gonna
get
find the
Biver here?
bottom.
Yes, he will.
Ooh.
Gets the static link up, has it at level 3, 100 bonus damage immediately. Significantly faster than the Rasta. Pango getting that kill, getting him some much needed farm catch up.
It's like they're possibly gonna.
Ooh.
Ooh. Try to go for him
Just
again.
about to do the shackle grab. Animation went, 90% of the way, but
It's like we got a TP rotation down bottom.
it's a big dive on mind control. He is going to be in trouble here. Big body blocks from Fada. Will go for the roll, get the guaranteed kill.
They give it to their mid. Surprisingly enough. Rotate in 33 to hold mid lane. And Weeha's taking time, although they are going on Kuroki here. Can they find it? Doesn't look like they will.
Miracle
Kuroki,
comes down to try and close on Skyder. Does get the kill, but he is deep. Does have another remnant here to get out if he absolutely has to.
but they can't turn, can they?
It's a big kill on the PA, though.
Yeah.
How about our top lane? Weehaw just having a fun time. By Biver gonna die again
A great
here.
time.
Literally cannot be in the lane alone against this Razor. He will kill him over and over again at this stage.
A lot of people just camping out bottom here. As they're gonna back off and
Razor gonna do a ton of damage to this Darkseer. Immediate TP reaction, but it's just a lowly Fada. He's not gonna want to stand and fight against the 122 static link. Biver getting found in mid again here. He is really having a rough time. Unless Rasta.
Would that I could have spared you, my dear.
Finding Kuroki, setting up deep ward on his way out. See this PA relegated to jungle farm at this stage. Trying to work toward her Battle Fury.
See the push starting to come out from Nigma already. It's already scary at 9 minutes, their push.
And you have this level 1 Necro as soon as it pretty much finished. Mind Control starts slamming that tower. And now they're going to work to cut off the PA's jungle. They know they relegated her there. It's going to be a hard time, I think, farming for Skyder this game. Going to be probably 2 or 3 minutes behind on his Battle Fury at least.
Possible engagement mid by the Roshan pit. Razor might go down. He will. Finished off with a swashbuckle.
Did get the full static link off, but unfortunately, Pango in the roll does not care too much about that.
As well as the Javelin procs. Doesn't really matter.
Switching over here to some net worth graphs. Errol obviously in the lead here, doing quite well. Pango staying neck to neck with him though.
PA's just getting her space.
This poor Rasta just in the top lane for half a second, immediately found and killed again. Support's really suffering, both monetarily and level-wise. Puck at least being level 6.
It's like top tower is gonna go down here.
Do you think this PA is gonna go straight toward a BKB to free up her team fight a little bit? Or do you think she'll stay away from that given the Beastmaster roar in this game?
Yeah, we might just see, I mean, we'll eventually see the BKB, but something to go alongside that. Maybe like an SNY for the status res. Could be a good option for PA. And GH is on the scout again. And they know where she is. PA very aware of where GH is. This Nynx assassin. And she's just gonna come under the ward right here. But she's smoked up. Well, I guess I should say, blurred. And
GH is relentless in his pursuit, does find her, and immediately TPs.
oh, and he's caught.
Done. Can they close out on GH here?
GH is a tanky
I
dude.
believe they'll be able to. Biver coming in and if he needs to. Good close there. I like the aggression out of GH, but not really sure if it would have just been safer to not throw the damage into the PA there and just TP in the blind. Had no support from his teammates that deep in the jungle.
Nine is going to be dishing out a lot of damage in these early team fights. He's already got the Milner, or the Maelstrom, and he's moving into a Manta. I mean, or a Diffusal Blade. He's gonna be dishing out a lot of damage in these fights and just putting disarms out constantly.
Clearing, this is a pretty common Pango build when you especially when you have the inevitable late game on your team.
Yeah.
Use your Pango to make it through the middle. We got a big ward trap here on Wii. Not able to get out in time. That's twice now in the last 5 minutes or so that we've seen we kind of get caught a little too deep. Would really like to see him continue to press his advantage, and Razor, again, one of those heroes who really wants to stay ahead.
Yeah, and that's his play style, but when you're the win condition for your team, you really can't play like that. This is a very deep dive coming out from Nigma. They're going to get the puck before she can coil. Can they get anything else?
Just gonna go ahead and disengage here.
Enigma's getting
You
all
can
up in
see,
this jungle.
yeah, and we're gonna see this for most of the rest of this game, as Nigma is gonna be stationed very aggressively along this ward line that they've built in the jungle, utilizing map control to keep their farm lead. So they know if this PA and Pango continue to grow, the longer this game goes, they're gonna be in trouble.
Got the Orchid coming out on a Miracle. What do we think of the Void Spirit build this game?
Yeah, I think Orchid really good into characters like Puck that you're trying to pick off, as well as the Darkseer. Really enabling those team fight heroes. If you can consistently jump in with a Remnant, Silence, and pick those characters off, they can't really team fight on the side of Tundra here. So definitely like that. Love the boots of travel. Make sure he's able to be everywhere on the map at all times. It's definitely not a carry Void Spirit build. This is much more the mid build, so I like to see Miracle playing that role to its fullest. BKB just is on its way now to the Razor.
Be a good timing for them to smoke up and maybe look to take a fight and then take Roshan off of that BKB. Because they have a Rosh lineup. I mean, anytime you have Beastmaster, you have a Roshan lineup, so.
And Beastmaster has the Necro 3s up. He's going to start doing work on the spot tier 2. Also seeing the silence in full effect against the Pango here.
Yep, as he goes down.
Eviscerated, but I think this dive might be a little too deep.
They're not going to be able to finish off Miracle. In fact, they're looking to stay down here with Razor coming in on his BKB. I wonder if he's going to flex this.
Needs to come down here as well for his roar. His roar will be huge in this fight. There's the BKB. Biver is definitely going to die to this Razor.
Down he goes.
Also get the puck on the back line. Mind control is, doesn't have his Necro up, but I do some tree clearing here. Make sure they can't TP in anybody they don't know about. Just continue the posture.
EA does have does have the Battle Fury, so it looks like she's probably gonna start climbing up that net worth board.
She is going into the BKB as well.
Yeah, I like it. It's necessary.
And the interesting part about this situation from a tempo perspective is, with this Sentry Ward on the pillar in the bot jungle, it's really likely for the side of Nigma's perspective that Tundra doesn't have vision at all out here. So they can mostly keep mind control down here, pushing by himself, and as long as they're not showing on the map elsewhere, farming the jungle.
Oh, and they caught out PA. Possibly. Greaves come out.
Yeah,
not gonna
will go down
be
to
an
the
answer.
Razor for sure.
They do get Miracle. So this isn't a awful trade. It's not great, but it's not awful.
Yeah, we'll only see an XP change of 300 gold toward the Nigma side, or experience, and then 200 gold. So not, as you said, not the worst fight. being able to get Miracle down. But Razor getting a double kill, never a good sign at this stage. 20 minutes is really where he starts taking over games. They have a pretty big 10-minute window, and they're going to go right into Roche, like you mentioned.
It's a slow Roshan, but it's Roshan nonetheless. Tundra probably just looking to take back some of their jungle control vision around this area.
Yeah, but I don't love this ward decision. Warding out by the tier 1. Really needed to utilize some sentries to clean up their jungle and ward out their jungle to make sure they weren't getting rotated on there. PA not going to really be any more able to farm in that whole area than she was before. There's a big rotation on the top lane. Both supports just immediately getting evaporated.
They're going to take a lot with this. They could pressure this tier 2 as well.
Absolutely. Necro Book is up. They're going to look to definitely push here. Beastmaster also going for a BKB. Ghost Scepter up on Kuro. He's going to be really impossible to kill. We having to blow a BKB charge, a big win there from the side of Tundra. I think the movement from GH and Miracle, while if they got a kill, looked real good. You can see how poor that was with the immediate TP to bot lane after the tier 1 and the invis down, because turns out they just decided they were going to fight instead. Looking for that PA in the jungle. Lost yourselves a BKB charge. PA about 400 gold, now 300 gold from this BKB. Pango went back for a Lotus Orb prior to finishing out his defusal. Grab his top tier 2, and it looks like they're going to consider pressuring the tier 3s.
They do still have the Aegis. Or do they not? They do.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, Miracle definitely looking to get rid of that. Does have a regen as well. Some quality damage. You know, they can only sustain 2 more of those.
BKB is online. They're looking to take this fight. And they gave her the Lotus Orb onto the Razor, which actually steals the damage back.
Yep.
Completely counters that.
This Miracle Haste just... This poor Puck has no answer to this Orchid.
And they're going back in.
Yeah, this Ross is going to be in a world of pain. Instead switching back into the Pango. Don't think they can close him off though.
What a
That's
lovely team fight by Tundra.
Big Battle Fury damage coming out of the PA. She's going back for the Deso. It's a huge back wall out of 33. We decided to go up for an Assault Cuirass. Has that fully completed. Interested to see what he queues up next.
Help mitigating some of that physical damage that's going to be coming out from PA. I mean, it's an aura of 5 armor, but you definitely feel that.
Immediate jump forward on Miracle. He is dead to rights. Oh, Razor, though, is just going to chase down this PA. Mind Control going to likely need to TP here. I don't think he can walk out of this one. Oh, he's on cooldown, though, so he's going to fall.
That's his 10-second BKB getting used up. Or it was his 9-second, but still, those longer BKB charges, you got to get something out of it. And Tundra is slowly coming back in this game. Had Pango been there to Lotus Orb off the static link, Razor wouldn't have been getting that kill, so. Little things could make the difference here for Tundra.
Got the Solar Crest up full now on the Enchantress. Looks like we're queued up a Blink onto the Nyx. Has the Yules. Miracle with his full BKB is now looking back toward the Ags for the common Void Spirit item. Mind Control gonna be looking toward a Blink on the Beastmaster.
Oh, and he all chats the Aegis time. That is a critical mistake.
Looks like Razor's going for the Yasha. We'll see if he goes for the SNY or if he goes for the Manta. Both pretty decent. The items we got over here.
Got the neutral item, the Orb of Destruction on PA. That is nice, as well as the Pally Sword for whenever the lifesteal comes up.
Looks like Puck is moving toward another Lotus Orb. We got Stygian Destillator coming up in about 1,400 gold on the PA. Probably like
Yeah.
3 or 4 minutes.
Gotta be careful how we say Stygian Desolator. That's actually an item now.
True. Adding back in Stygian. Good callback from Dota 1 days.
Yeah.
Darkseer getting caught out there. It's going toward Ags, has the full Guardian Greaves. Looks like Pango is working toward Halberd. And our Rasta is relegated to big old ward duty after his Aether Lens.
Caught out by that Remnant. That was max range on that.
Yeah, I'll be impressed if this Rasta is able to complete another item after his Ag Shards and Ag Shard and Aether Lens for the rest of this game. It's going to be quite poor. I imagine it'll be a blink if anything. We do have the Paladin Sword up on the Phantom Assassin now. Very big lifesteal and damage item there.
Kind of interesting because she didn't take the talent, the lifesteal talent. I mean, I think the 300 cast range is the better talent, but I would probably have kept using the Orb of Destruction. But I guess Orb of Destruction is a good item on Pangolier, which is probably where they have it. So it's probably just better
Absolutely.
for team strength if those two items. Yeah, that makes sense now.
Oh, and they got themselves another Roche. This time giving it over to Wee. And it does look like he's going for the S and Y. He's coming up on the level 20 here, so he'll get that. Likely the Eye of the Storm interval. Maybe he goes for armor, but does go for the armor. Dive forward and trap. This is going to be Aegis charge.
And they get a free. They pop the Aegis for free.
They go for the trap again. He does just BKB and attack his way out. Miracle, miracle, miracle. Gonna be a really good trade for Tundra, and we're starting to see this game slip away from Nigma, I believe. This PA has come online.
Their timing window
What's that
getting
rate?
smaller and smaller, and then wow, they even find the Enchantress on the back line. That trying to get out. No survivors.
Plus a curry or two for a little added pain. I think we're going to see this barrel down mid pretty aggressively. There's no buybacks available.
They hit towers hard. They have a lot of minus armor between the
Actually,
destruction and the Deso.
The Deso is up. And, you know, we said Razor, strong hero at 20 minutes. PA, strong hero at 30 minutes. These Rasta awards have really been...
With
you know,
the
several
shard.
traps.
Yeah, and
Yep.
the shard too. Wow.
Woo!
This is
12 hundo. I don't know how they're coming back in this game.
PA playing that
stage.
confidently. It's scary. Scary to see.
She's going to go back for the S and Y.
We're gonna look at that gold graph just start working back into Tundra favor.
Yeah, we were up to 8K. I don't think it hit 9K. And it is rapidly diminishing.
The XP has been in their favor for a while, on the side of Tundra, but yeah.
And PA switching off of the S and Y, going into the Basher. I do think this is a good decision. Really punish those BKBs as their short timers as well. A little bit more aggressive than
Yeah,
the S and Y.
it's just a little more aggressive. Had they been maybe behind a little bit more, I could see that happening. But her fights have been pretty free. I mean, she hasn't gotten the war used on her, and it looks like her team fights have been free.
And Pango finishing the Halberd to get the blink. It's an interesting choice. Has had this defusal queued up since like minute 12 when he finished that Maelstrom.
Yeah, and it's an atypical Pango build, but it's the right build for the game. It really is.
Absolutely.
This game is all on PA's shoulders, and everybody on the team knows that, and everybody on the team is playing to that.
Yeah, but we see a Lincoln's coming out of getting worked to on the Darks here for just more protection on the PA. Puck has his Lotus Orb finished up. The Pango has a Lotus Orb. You know, Rasta is going toward that blink, so he'll be able to blink, save the PA. Aggressive 4 protect 1 strategy. Not exactly the most common, usefulness strategy in this region, but working out recently.
Nigma gets the initiation they want onto the puck. Buyback on the puck. Can they get a decent coil off?
PA is free in this fight, and that is terrifying. As you can see, no longer caring at all about that static link. Racer
The
not going to be able
bashes
to
are
run away.
just coming out.
Yep. While that fight looked good at the start, immediately picking off the puck, getting the Pango. If you don't get the PA, she can pretty close to trickle your whole team away.
Especially after you blow all your cooldowns and all your items. Yeah, she can... Again, just finding the free fights. The team is doing whatever they can to try to stay alive while getting them to use all of their cooldowns on not PA, right?
Absolutely. You know, this Beastmaster needs to be there for the roar on the PA when she dives in.
Yeah, a way to neutralize that BKB. As soon as that BKB comes out, ideally, you know, Beastmaster can pop his, get to where he needs to get, and then blow the cooldown on her BKB cooldown and pretty much neutralize her BKB item.
Beastmaster is working toward a Lotus Orb as well. Don't think he's going to have an easy time getting to a fully completed one. So you dive in on the PA here, though. BKB is using, there's the roar.
There's the roar when the BKB happens. And it looks like Tundra's still going to try to take this fight. I don't know if this is in their best interest. Good coil. Oh, good vac
the
wall.
vac wall. I think it might be in their best interest, Ryan.
Absolutely. What a vac wall right there by 33. Really, 33. It's gonna look like PA gets all the stats. It's gonna look like PA gets all the gold and the kills, but this team is playing so good around this PA.
You can actually look 33 almost ahead of the PA in net worth right now.
It's insane. He's so good on this hero. He's probably up there with some of the best Darkseers in the world that are still currently playing it. You know, Seb, definitely somebody else that comes to mind. But then this 33 Darkseer, it's no joke.
Being able to keep up with a PA that's had the game that she's had here in this back 15 minutes is pretty impressive from a farm position. Does have the full Lincolns, has 3,300 more gold sitting.
It's okay. I give them a head start.
And this is really just like, besides having a Magnus on this team for Tundra, it is use everything you have to just enable this PA to be the most buffed up PA the game has ever seen.
I'm going to see a big smoke here, the way it looks.
Wonder if this smoke's gonna find anything.
If they are, they're going to need to dive deep for it.
Dyer's courier has been killed.
Nigma, knowing that smoke just happened, likely to use one of their own potentially here.
There they go. They're probably gonna try to work their way towards the Roche pit, claim that area, because this Roche area is going to be the hot commodity for the next 5 to 10 minutes.
You can see Kuro calling out that they're definitely going to be up here.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
Darkseer still has not queued up another item, sitting on 4,500 gold. Wouldn't hate to see him just grab a blink here.
I mean, his positioning has been amazing all game. So maybe Blade Dagger. Not necessarily. I mean, it's great. It makes him be able to play a lot more defensive and be able to initiate when he wants. But I mean, his positioning has really been great all game. It's like they got the Abyssal out. Skeeter does get BKB, but looks like he's gonna go down. And she does. They don't get the vac wall. The roar does come out on Darkseer, and this is looking like Nigma's gonna clean up here.
They're running right into the Miracle and GH backline here. Big remnant grab. Big fight. Diving forward to try and stop that ward pickup or rune pickup.
All this happening
It's
as
immediately
Roshan comes
turned.
back.
Yeah, poor timing for a fight on the side of the map. Looks like they're going to be able to pressure buybacks for sure. And there's the squad
They're
buyback.
still staying, knowing PA doesn't
No
have her
PA.
buyback.
No PA, they can't really fight this.
No, these are three of probably your more useless buybacks, to be honest.
Yeah, no ults from any of those characters. They're going to move bottom, see if they can't clean up another set of racks here inside of the 20 seconds they have. They have They do. In and out. Now they'll immediately move toward Roshan, if I had to guess.
Yeah, this push is hard to deal with. And they punish team fights. You know, what you get after a team fight is so much more when you have these enabling push lineups. I think Tundra has to do something about this. Smoke out of their base, do something along those lines to try to get out there. Looks like they're going to get out and not roast. Smoke of their own, though. Oh, look at this movement, this wraparound coming from Nigma.
GH just in perfect position.
Who are they going to catch? Who are they going to catch? They're going in on the Darkseer. Roar coming out on not PA.
Cyclone.
PA needs to find a way to get in. It's onto the Nynx. Possibly can't even finish off the Nynx.
Kill there, but PA gonna be in trouble here. Going up toward mind control. Still does not have buyback. Miracle gonna be able to close off this kill on Darkseer. They're gonna walk into the base. They should just push pressure tier 4s here. There's no buyback on Rasta, no buyback on Darkseer. They know PAs must be down still. I'm gonna go Megas instead. Maybe you can just clean up both.
Pango's trying something to stall.
Go just immediately. Puck is stunned up. This Pango does not have the damage. This is gonna be the GG.
Tundra GG's out.
Did not go the way that I expected my prediction to go, but got the W anyway.
Yeah, I mean, look at this net worth graph, this XP graph. Tundra were going in the right direction. They were hitting their timing. They were ascending. They were doing what they wanted to do with their draft. And then they plummeted. And
it just took that PA not keeping her buyback, I think is really, what this came down to. Bought out the full stun versus just leaving it as basher. A little bit too aggressive.
And that's going to wrap up Tundra Nigma game 1. And we will see you in game number 2.